everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Doug, blessed to have you here. Today, we're going to focus on a fundamental and foundational flow. So when you're ready, I'll meet you down on your mat in just a moment. Today, we're going to start in a nice strong child's pose. So bring your knees out wide, big toes to touch. Allow for your hips to soften into your heels. Take a full breath in. And when you're ready to breathe it out, walk those hands out nice and long, tailbone shifting back. As your fingertips extend, maybe one more full breath in, lift up a little bit. As you exhale, softly bend your elbows. Let your forehead roll down to your mat. Full breath in. We're here just for 3. And as you exhale, let that breath fall from your lips, softening your shoulders, the base of your neck. Let that energy radiate towards your hips. 2 more breaths in, filling up your belly, filling up your heart chamber. As you exhale, calling to your attention that word, that phrase, that mantra that helps to unite your practice. 1 more breath in just for you. Let that breath fall away. Slowly begin to spread your fingertips. And on your next breath in, just rise up into a nice gentle tabletop. So this fundamental and foundational flow, we're really focused on that connection of shoulders, hips, and really examining our body. So as you breathe in, examine that heart center, that front plane of your chest, your belly, your ribs. Maybe draw your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Exhale, cat your back, chin into your chest, tailbone rolls down, spine opens up towards your sky. Let's take that 2 more times, just nice, easy. Inhale, cow through your belly, open up, warming up those abdominals. Exhale, cat your back. Final one, as you breathe in, soften in your elbows, really pull your heart through the gate that is your biceps. And then as you exhale, anchor into your shins, your hands, and press through those foundational points as your heart rises up. Phenomenal. Inhale, tabletop position, lengthen through. We're gonna activate our core here, keeping our hands grounded, keeping one of our legs grounded. Extend out that left heel, flex your left toes, and hold here. We're just gonna hold for a count of 5, really engaging, feeling that lower left core wrap around, strengthen into our hip for 2. Last 3, 2. Take 1 more big encompassing breath in. As you exhale, relax that left shin down. Inhale, extend the right heel out, flex your right toes, power your right heel back as your heart extends forward. We're finding that connection from our right shoulder, working towards our right hip. Knit your lower ribs in. Take 1 more big breath in. As you exhale, relax your right shin down, sway out your hips just for a moment. And as you're getting a little bit warm, a little bit of blood flow into those legs, begin to tuck your toes. And again, keep those hips swaying, just warming up the feet, the fascia, the edges. Last one. Carefully, toes stay tucked, shoulders float up and over your wrist. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. And now deeply pedal out those legs. Getting into your calves, your Achilles, and also warming up through your shoulder girdle, your side bodies, your hips. Last 2. Final 1. As you breathe in, gaze forward, bend your knees very soft. On your exhale, walk your feet. Take your time here to meet your wrists. As you find yourself, top of your mat, feet hip width distance apart, bend your knees, chin into your chest, and on your next breath in, just start to roll slowly up your spine. Tuck your tailbone under. Shoulders of yours roll up and over your hips, crown of your head rises. As you exhale it out, relax your arms down your sides. Let your eyes close. Perhaps you toe your feet close together, leaving just about 1 inch of room between your heels. Seal your lips, take a deep inhale in. As you Ujjayi exhale out, relax your shoulders away from your ears. 1 more big breath in, lips sealed. 1 more big Ujjayi exhale out, releasing breath from your nose. 1 more big full inhale in. As you Ujjayi exhale softly, anchor your belly button into spine, blink open those eyes. On your next inhale, arms are gonna rise up towards your sky, mountain pose. As your biceps float by your ears, let your shoulders stack up and over your hips. Engage that tailbone. Notice those lower ribs of yours sliding in One more big connected breath. As you exhale, hands are going to come to heart center for our Samas TTE. And those fingertips of yours are pressing into each other equally. Thumbs are reaching towards your heart is reaching towards your thumbs. We're holding here strong. One more big breath in. Hold for one more big breath out. We're going to anchor through our right leg. Lift your left heel, step your left foot back. Anchor into that left heel, Virabhadrasana A. So as we breathe in, our hips are squared still. Arms are going to rise. The knife edge of our back foot is fully flush to our mat. The big toe of our left foot is pointing towards the top left corner of our earth. Take one more big full inhale in. As you exhale, suck your tailbone down towards the back of that left hamstring. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart center, and we're just gonna take a gentle step forward. Left foot to meet towards our right, big toes to touch. Let's take it to the other side now. So we're gonna inhale, mountain pose, arms to rise up, fingertips to grow to your sky. Exhale, hands float to heart center, Samas TTE. Unity on all sides. This time, our left leg is our foundation. So when you feel ready, lift your right heel, softly step your right foot back. Inhale, Virabhadrasana A. So as we find our Virabhadrasana A, our lower back is actually relaxed and released as it glides down our back hamstring. Commit to that front left knee and stack that left knee up and over your left ankle. This is not only a nice balance challenge, strength builder, but a deep stretch. One more inhale. On your exhale, hands are going to come back to heart center. We're going to step our right foot forward to meet our left. Samas TT once again. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Fingertips are going to reach out and up. Palms shine towards one another. This allows for your scapulas to actually fall onto your back instead of kind of hovering there. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, hands float through heart center, and just track it down. Nice and slow. You're doing fantastic. As your fingertips release towards your earth, inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips coming towards your shins, squeeze your shoulder blades together to begin, and then shift your weight forward to your heels. Slowly detach from your mat. More strength is in those calves, in those hamstrings. And we're just lifting through our heart. One more deep inhale, peer over that ledge of yours, and as you exhale, relax your hands here. Step your feet back. We're gonna move through a vinyasa. So from our high plank, we're gonna softly hinge forward 1 inch, bend your elbows and lower to your mid plank. You can always travel all the way down to your ground as well. Inhale, upward facing dog, or any heart opener. Mini cobra is a very fantastic foundation or variation. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, softly release your weight into your body. Feel your heart tracking towards your knees, your shins. Crown of your head is long and heavy. We're gonna start to find our breath to move it, our Vinyasa flow through this sun. So on your next inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, lift your hips, lift your heels. And then as you exhale, walk your feet to meet your wrists. Big toes to touch, sliver of room between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Press into your toes. Anchor into those ball mounds of your feet and lift those heels of yours. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. You're just softly rising up, sending those arms up and up towards your sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Samas TTE. This is where we're finding our breath and move. Right foot is our foundation. On our next inhale, we're gonna step our left foot back, Virabhadrasana A, your warrior one. And as your arms tickle your sky, exhale, hands come back to heart center. Step your left foot to meet your right, Samas TTE. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's take it to the other side. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Unifying on all sides, front, back, top, bottom. And then inhale, step your right foot back, bend your left knee, Virabhadrasana A, arms to reach up. The entirety of your right foot is sealed to your mat. Exhale, step your right foot forward, Samas TT once again. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, arms to rise up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, finding that pier, that perch. Exhale, high to low plank, step through your vinyasa. I'm just gonna show you the other variation, lowering all the way down to your belly, untucking your toes, tops your feet on your mat. Inhale, lift your heart, little mini cobra, squeeze those elbows behind you. Exhale, relax that heart, tuck the toes, press it back up, and then find your Adho Mukha, your downward facing dog. Take one more deep inhale in. As you exhale, relax that tension. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, pick up your heels, your toes. As you exhale, walk your feet to meet your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Now we're gonna move into our sun B. So we're gonna bend our knees, lower our hips, Utkatasana, our chair pose. Biceps again, once again, floating by our ears. If that's a little too stressful for the shoulders, you don't have to reach those hands out a little bit. Take your time, shift your weight back onto your heels. Think about how you're squeezing not just from the inner thighs, but also from your outer hips and around. One more full breath in. As you exhale, hands come back to heart center, Samasthiti. We've been here before. So we find our Samasthiti, tailbone's gonna slide down, heels grounded. Right leg's our foundation. On your next breath in, lift your left foot, step it back, warrior two. So as your arms fly out in opposite directions, the knife edge of your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. And the big toe of your front foot is in the opposite direction of your back foot. So they're perpendicular to one another. Carefully draw your tailbone down. Think about how those lower transverse abdominals are helping to guide you through this. Take one more breath in, open up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. As we exhale, we're gonna slide forward into our extended side angle. Right forearm can start onto the right thigh, left hand can rise up, or you can press that right forearm inside the right thigh. This is a great way to really add on some more stabilizing core muscle strength. One more full breath in, stay for this exhale. Inhale to reverse your word, high five the back wall. Left hand to your left thigh, your right arm rises straight up. And so what we're trying to do here is we're creating a little bit of space between our right hip, our right shoulder, the sky and the ground. If you'd like to explore a little bit further, feel free to track that right hand back, but this is not a necessity. And if you feel like you're dumping into your lower back, take a little bit of time to build this strength. One more inhale in. As you exhale, come back into your warrior two. Fantastic. We're gonna step this back leg forward on this next inhale. So as you inhale, you're gonna stand up mountain pose. Big strength build. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Bring your palms together. Elbows shoot out. So we're gonna do the same thing once again, but we're gonna take that inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips, arms to rise. Phenomenal. Sit into this chair. Maybe this time, think about that balance challenge as I always lose it. There we go. And so you can feel yourself picking up all 10 toes, weight is on those heels. One more inhale in. As you exhale, hands come to heart center, press into your Samasthiti, standing up. This time our left leg's our foundation. As you inhale, step your right foot back. Open up, arms to opposite sides, reaching out. Your gaze is over that left middle finger veranda. Start to feel that external rotation of your left thigh as you power from your right hip down to the knife edge of your right foot. Take one more breath. On your exhale, slide it forward, extended side angle, left forearm on top or inside your left thigh, and just find that variation. You're creating a nice little triangle from your left hip, left armpit to your upper left quad. Take one more breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale to reverse your work. Right hand to your right thigh, left arm reaching up. And we're creating space, visible, physical space. If you want to explore that space further, go ahead. But do not collapse into one area to open up the other. One more inhale in. Exhale, warrior two, come back into that foundational pose. And then we're gonna step our right foot to meet our left, inhale. As our hands rise up towards our sky, this is where we take our forward fold. Exhale, bend your knees, hands through heart center, track yourself down. Inhale into your halfway lift, pick up those heels of yours. Exhale, high to low plank, step, shoot, jump it back, whatever feels good, and move through your vinyasa. Really taking ownership, especially now that your body's nice and warm. On your next inhale, lift your hips, lift your heels, take that stretch. On your exhale, drop your hips and heels down towards your mat. Let's take that one more time. Inhale it in. Release some steam as you exhale out through your lips. On this next breath in, gaze to the top of your mat, seal your lips. Exhale, walk step. Jump your feet to meet your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Starting to find our breath to move in our sun B. Exhale, forward fold. Let's lower into our throne, our Utkatasana as you inhale, chair pose. Exhale, rise into your Samasthiti, your unity on all sides. Inhale, step it back, warrior two. Find your foundation and then slide it forward, extended side angle. Inhale to your reverse warrior. Exhale back into your warrior two. Inhale to Tadasana mountain pose. Exhale, Samasthiti, unity on all sides. Take this moment, appreciate that heart of yours. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, warrior two, step the right foot back, extend out through your arms. Exhale, slide yourself forward, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior, high five your back wall. Exhale, warrior two, come back into. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, Tadasana pose once again. And then this one, swan dive it down. So let those hands extend out. Float your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat spine. Exhale, high to low plank, step, shoot. Jump it back, whatever feels good. Upward facing dog. Big stretch across that heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, one more time. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Bend your knees, walk, step. Jump your feet to meet your wrists. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let this be meditative as you discover your Utkatasana, your chair pose. Samasthiti. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, slide it forward, extended side angle. Inhale to your reverse warrior. High five your back wall. Feel that stretch across your right side body. Exhale, fall, land back into your warrior two. Inhale, step into your mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale into your reverse warrior. Exhale, land back into your warrior two. Inhale, step it forward to Tadasana mountain pose. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands at heart center. Let your eyes soften for a moment. Thumbs resting on your sternum. We're here for 3. Heart is a little bit raced, a little bit lifted. Start to calm it down. Last 2. One more big breath in. As you exhale, softly relax your hands down by your sides. Blink open those eyes of yours. Fantastic. So we're going to dive into just 2 balancing poses before we end on our mats in just a moment. So when you are ready, starting off, let's open up into a tree pose. So we're going to bring our right knee out, opening up that inner thigh. Invite your heel either to your ankle, your calf, if you have the balance and the space in your hips, your upper thigh. For most of us, it's going to be ankle or calf. Hands find heart center. And we're just allowing ourselves to play into this tree pose. And we're going to hold it here for just 5 breaths. Nothing too long. So allow yourself to breathe in, but hold that Ujjayi breath if it feels most comfortable. I find it's most focused for me. And we're here for 4. So as you're finding this tree pose, you're opening up this inner thigh. You're pressing equal weight from your foot into your leg into your foot. And then you're extending through your heel and rising out through the crown of your head. Take one more inhale in. You're doing so good. As you exhale, carefully invite this knee back into center and then melt it down. And as it roots into your mat, softly shift over. Open up the other side. Heel is at the exact same point it was on the other leg. So ankle, calf, upper thigh, if that's in your practice today. And it's always a great reminder, your practice will change. So some days, this will be very accessible. Other days, you're not gonna have that happen, and that's completely fine. That happens to me quite often. We're here just for another 4. If you wanna add on one extra balance challenge, just close those eyes. You'll be surprised, how much that visual connection, that visual confirmation keeps you grounded. Last one. On your exhale, again, bring that knee in, melt that leg down. As both feet find their earth, feel free to keep your toes together or even walk them out a little bit. And we're just gonna find our last little balance. One of my favorite ones, hands on hips or hands at heart. Press into your toes and just lift your heels. And this simple balance just allows us to play. You can feel the work that's happening in your feet, your ankle joints, your calves, your shins are all using their stabilizing muscles to help support you. That's also occurring in your knees, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your hips. We're here just for the last 3. If you want to go a little bit further, arms can fall by the side, arms can raise up, and you can look up. Last 2. On 1, as you release your heels down, softly tuck your tailbone. If your arms are lifted, fantastic. If they're not, reach those fingertips with your sky, take a breath in. Bend your elbows, cactus your arms, and just soft chest expansion. Your hips are gonna shift forward. You're gonna roll your shoulders down and away from your ears and just let that heart, your sternum, your belly all expand. On your next breath in, lift up and reach your fingertips into your sky. On your exhale, take that big forward fold, you deserve it. Melt it down, bend your knees. And as you roll down towards your earth, inhale, last time, halfway lift. Fingertips to your shins, press into your toes, lift your heels. As you exhale, relax your hands, drop your heels all the way to your earth, glutes, send those legs out long. Fantastic job. As we walk our legs out here, we're gonna flex our toes. We're gonna keep our feet at least hip width distance apart. Feel free, you can walk them out even further if that feels good. Take a nice full breath in, dragging your fingertips along your mat, along your leg. Arms are gonna rise up. This creates separation between the torso and the lower and your lower half. And as you exhale, take that space, that separation, and explore forward fold. Take it all the way down. Chin into chest. Neck is long. And we're here just breathing for the next 3. Two. Final 1. On your next inhale, slowly begin to roll up, stacking bone on top of bone. Hands are gonna find right by your hips. You're just gonna scoot slowly and softly forward. Grab for those hamstrings, feet on your earth, roll all the way down your back. Walk those heels of yours a little closer towards your glutes. Let's get into a bridge pose. So we find our bridge pose, our hips are gonna be grounded on our earth. We're just gonna scoot a little bit more. Grounded on our earth, shoulders strong, heels strong. On your breath in, lift your hips, send your tailbone forward, strengthen across your front hips, your front pelvic bone. Grab onto that energy of your glutes. We're here, pressing firmly into our foundation and rising from that strength. 3. 2. On 1, begin to lower down, just nice and slow. And as you stay confined to your earth, keep your left foot as it is. Pick up your right foot, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and then wrap your hands around your left leg and hug your legs into your chest. This is a great hip stretch. Flex the toes of your right foot to protect your right ankle. Forward can reach up towards your knee, towards your shins. But eventually you can always let your head, your shoulders roll back down to the earth and just stay there. We're here for 4. 3. And this is where you're having to let go. The active portion of class has dissipated. Now you're just really in that sense of acceptance. Last breath in. As you exhale, relax your left foot down. Untwine, unravel your right ankle, soften your right foot to your mat. Take a second here. Just softly sway the knees a little bit left and right. Just kind of relax any tension that might have built up across your lower back. And then when you feel ready for it, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Again, picking up the back of your head, wrap your hands around your right hamstring is what I always prefer. But you can grab your right shin. And then draw those legs of yours into your chest, fork and meet towards your shin. And then roll it down. So your back really accepts its earth. Back of your neck is longer than you expect it to be, which is a good thing. We're just here getting this stretch for the next 4, flexing our toes to keep our ankles protected. Smile a little bit, knowing we're at our end. Last 2. One more full breath in. As you exhale, Slowly release your right foot down. Bring your left foot down towards your mat. Sway your knees out a little bit here, left and right. Last two. Final one. Last little bits before we're finished, we're gonna hug our knees into our chest, give ourselves a nice big squeeze here, flex those toes, and we're gonna lower our legs over to one side. So just let those knees of yours drop over towards your left or to your right. As they do so, you may notice that your grounded hip, the hip that's on the earth, may be shifted a little bit over, and the top hip isn't stacked on top. So feel free to readjust, realign. Arms out to a T. Just giving yourself this little bit of stretch. The big focus here is actually letting your shoulders connect to the earth and not forcing the legs. The legs might feel like they're lifted. You might notice that the side of your left leg isn't touching your mat. Over time, as you trust, as you become a little bit more flexible, a little bit more twisty, that leg will soften. Last two. On one, inhale, bring your knees back to your center. As you exhale, take them up and over to your right side. Just let those legs drop to the right. Nice full twist. You can always use your hand to help to kind of guide that twist if that's needed. We're here just for 3. And so nice towards the end of a nice full practice to feel this little reprieve. To know that all that physical action you were doing isn't just there to build up strength, but also to cultivate gentleness, softness, openness. Last one. As you inhale, bring your knees back to your center. Give yourself a big squeeze, round into a tight little ball. Maybe flex your toes. Exhale, happy baby. Stamp your feet onto the sky. Draw your shoulders down. Press those elbows out. Your whole spine is really connected to your earth. This is a great stretch. One more full inhale and breathe all the way down to your lower belly. Exhale, hug your knees back into your chest, forward to meet your knees, flex your toes, last breath in. Exhale, final Shavasana. Let your legs, your arms fall out long, wide. Take up as much space as you need. We'll be here for just a few. Breath in when it feels ready. Softening your body as you exhale. Bringing awareness back to your body. Maybe start to feel those little shifts, those little pings of electricity, wiggling your fingertips, moving your toes, and then rolling out through your wrists, rolling out through your ankles. Perhaps on your next breath in, you take that full body stretch, point those toes, extend through those fingertips of yours. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You know you've earned it. You know you deserve it. And then when it feels ready for you, roll over to one side or the other, your favorite side. Use a bicep like a pillow. When it calls to you, rise up into your easy seat. Legs crossed, hands at heart center, chin tucked. And it's always a great reminder that there's no rush here, just like there has been no rush in all the other poses. And when you find it, you find it. As our hands rest on our sternum, it's always a great reminder that building, creating, cultivating a good practice, a healthy habit, takes time, patience, diligence, strength, love, care. But from all that work arises something incredible. On your next inhale, float your hands from your heart to your third eye. Give yourself this moment to thank your practice, your body, your heart, your mind for all that it does. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, bow yourself forward. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Have a fantastic and wonderful day. If you love what's going on here, please check out all the other videos in this series.